Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome to Sunny Daze, the podcast that's all good vibes, great stories, and just the right amount of magic. And I'm your host, Jolly. And our first story today is not about the one, but it's a story about 394. Well, it was a bright, sunny morning in May. Excitement filled the air at one Alton High School in Godfrey, Illinois. And it was no ordinary day. It was graduation day for the class of 2025. Proud parents, smiling teachers, and anxious yet thrilled students filled the stadium, all eager to celebrate this milestone. Among the 394 soon to be graduates was a remarkable group known as Platinum Alpha students. These scholars had reached impressive heights, each achieving a GPA of 4.5 or higher. Their determination and dedication were clear examples of dreams turned into reality. The ceremony was filled with tradition, highlighted by the symbolic passing of the cane and chain. Cheers erupted as the current student president proudly handed these cherished items to Negan West, the incoming president, symbolizing the transfer of leadership and legacy from one class to another. As each student crossed the stage to receive their diplomas, waves of applause echoed throughout the stadium. Family members shouted names, clapped hands, their hearts overflowing with pride and joy. For a moment, time stood still, capturing snapshots of joy and relief and nostalgia. Finally, the moment arrived, the traditional cap toss. Caps soared into the brilliant sky, a kaleidoscope of dreams taking flight. Laughter rang out, friends hugged tightly, and families captured photos that would soon become treasured memories. On this vibrant day, the Alton High School class of 2025 stepped forward into their futures, confident and ready, leaving behind cherished memories and stepping boldly toward endless possibilities. I don't leaving behind cherished memories, right? They do kind of come with us, I suppose. And next, Michael's story. Well, all graduations are beautiful celebrations and wonderful things to be with our family and the joy of it all. And sometimes there's trials and tribulations that go with that. And that was Michael's story. I thought I'd share that with you today. In a little town called Banford, Connecticut, the story of a young graduate touched so many hearts in a way that words can barely capture. Michael Razinas was a senior in high school preparing for a moment he had dreamed of for years, graduation. But life, with all its unpredictability, had some other plans. Michael's mom, Kathleen, was battling terminal cancer. As her condition had worsened, the family and school community knew that time was so precious. So, in a moment filled with love and courage and unity, Branford High School brought the graduation ceremony to her. And on April 24th this year, in the soft glow of a hospice room surrounded by close family and friends, Michael stood tall in his cap and gown. The principal gently handed him his diploma, and Kathleen, his mom, with tears in her eyes, beamed with pride. She had gotten her wish to see her son graduate. Just 6 days later, Kathleen passed, but not before she had experienced one of the greatest joys a parent can feel. And despite the grief, Michael's story doesn't end there. With the love and support of his friends, his community, his family, he continued to attend senior events, including prom, and plans to walk across the stage once more on June 11th during the official graduation ceremony. Now, his journey is a true testament to strength, to family, and to the quiet but powerful ways love shows up, even in life's hardest moments. Michael's graduation was more than a milestone. It was a celebration of resilience, of connection, and of honoring those who shape our paths. And that's what graduation is all about, carrying the love that builds us forward into the world we're ready to meet. Congratulations, Michael. And how about some did you know facts? Like post grad life edition, like the first 5 years after graduation. Did you know a few things like switcheroo? Nearly 60% of college students change their major at least once. 60% change it at least once. Turns out figuring out your passion isn't always straightforward, and that's totally okay. So remember that, high schoolers, as you graduate today. There's so much out there that you're fixing to see and meet. It's okay if you don't pick the first one right off the bat. And money talks. The average young adult changes jobs at least 4 times within their first 5 years after high school. So if your resume is looking like a patchwork quilt, you're in great company. And did you know this boomerang life thing? Nearly half of grads move back home at some point in those first 5 years. Yep, mom and dad's fridge might still be stocked with your favorite snacks. No shame, just savings. And the travel bug? Well, approximately 1 in 3 of you young adults, travel internationally within 5 years after graduation. Hello, adventure. Goodbye, comfort zones. And did you know about the side hustling? Over 50% of young adults today have at least one side hustle within 5 years of graduating. That Etsy shop or podcast stream might just become your favorite creative outlet. Wink, wink. And how about the friend shuffle? Did you know within 5 years, many high school friendships shift drastically? On an average, people are going to lose touch with, you're going to lose touch with about 60% of your high school crew. But don't worry, because new bonds form and old friendships can even reconnect later. And that's so true in life. You get busy, life gets busy, you kind of lose contact a little bit, but sure enough, down the road, here's some of those contacts coming in. And in the meantime, you're busy building, they're busy building, life's busy happening. One last thing. Adulting reality check. Did you know over 80% of grads admit that navigating financing and budgeting was their toughest challenge post graduation? Adulting is definitely tricky, but hey, thank goodness for YouTube tutorials, and parents, thank God for you. All right, and parents, influencers, aunts, uncles, everybody who's involved in these lives. So a quick word to you grads. We're gonna kind of go past our book and movie part again this week, and we're just another shout out this week to the grads out there, the high school graduates out there. What an amazing time to celebrate an incredible milestone. To you guys, as you reflect on your journey and you honor the inspiration and dedication from those who've guided you, just like the unforgettable words, my favorite song, To Serve with Love. You find yourself asking that question we've asked every week from each group. How do you thank someone who has taken you from crayons to perfume? Well, now is the time. Now is your moment to show the gratitude, the joy, the growth. Graduates, you've grown not just in knowledge, but in strength, compassion, and confidence, all nurtured by mentors who believe deeply in you. As that song tells us, this is the time for closing books and long last looks. It's true, you're stepping away from familiar grounds and into boundless future opportunities filled with promise, possibilities. And as you move forward, keep these words close. If you wanted the sky, I would write across the sky in letters. Remember, the sky is yours to write down your dreams. Go boldly, share your kindness, your generosity, and never forget the power of gratitude. Class of 2025 high school graduates, celebrate joyfully, cherish memories, and step forward proudly. The world is awaiting your magic and your brilliance. Congratulations, and here's to you and all who have inspired you with love. And now, how about some Jolly Chat story time? And the story today is top of the class tales. Tails, tails. Once upon a tail wagging time, in a town filled with belly rubs and biscuit dreams, lived two very special rescue pups, Jackie and Popeye. Jackie, a majestic whirlwind of fur and determination, was affectionately known around the neighborhood as the bull in the china shop. You see, Jackie didn't just walk into a room. He arrived usually knocking over three lamps, two shoes, and a bowl of snacks just by turning his head. But behind all that chaos was a heart as golden as the treats he loved to steal. And then there was Popeye, 60 pounds lighter, but with a bark that could rival a foghorn and a rebellious streak that read his rescue contract said, listening optional. He came with big energy, bigger options, bigger opinions, and zero regard for personal space. His hobbies included barking at air, playing tag with his own tail, and unsolicited advice all the time. Now, you'd think this duo would be kicked out of obedience class before they even had chance to make it past the snack table. But plot twist, they didn't just attend training. They graduated top pups at the prestigious, imaginary but totally real in our hearts, I Can Listen Academy. It took time, patience, and about 2,000 cheese treats, but Jackie learned that love doesn't always have to barrel through the living room. And Popeye, well, he learned that maybe, just maybe, listening could come with bonus ear rubs. On graduation day, Jackie wore a sparkly cap tilted to the side, king style, and Popeye barked the class anthem at full volume. Their tails wagged like little victory flags as they accepted their squeaky diploma scrolls. And as they stood on the patch of grass side by side, one heart of love and one mouthy sidekick, they weren't just rescue pups anymore. They were a reminder that every misfit has magic, every bark has a story, and every graduate, big or small, 2 legs or 4, anything, deserves a moment to shine. Hats off, Jackie and Popeye. You've earned your place at the top of the class with honor, humor, and just a few chewed up slippers. The end. All right, beautiful peoples. That's a wrap on today's Sunny Days. Remember, kindness is contagious. Joy is a choice. And a little bit of magic is hiding in the everyday if you're just willing to look for it. Keep smiling. Keep shining. And until next time, stay sunny, stay golden, and most importantly, stay you.